W8WKY.
What a good boy. Who's a good boy? This is KD8SLG. I hear K4OG is a good boy. This is KE8VZA. The original gangsta. He's no boy. How you doing, Eric? KD8SLG. Heard you made some great food today. Hey, not bad, Nick. How are you? Yes, with the help of the XYL, concocted a quinoa, corn, black bean, and sweet pepper kind of salad, and I love it. We like it here. Everybody at the party today liked it, so you'll probably see it at the Sarah picnic. What were those eyeball things in there? Eye of Newt. K4OG, Eye of Newt, I approve. Oh, man. Look forward to it, man. The picnic is right around the corner. Seems there's someplace to be every weekend this summer. All right, Eric. And hello there, Mark, K4OG, KE8VZA, KD8SLG. I'll be standing by for the net.
K4OG.
WB4AIZ, this is KE8VZA. How you doing tonight, Chuck?
Doing all right, Spark Black.
Chuck, I just saw on the blue screen that you asked to be checked in and out, so I can do that for you.
W3ETV here. Chuck just said that there was rain and thunder and lightning. I don't know if you doubled with you there, Eric.
W3ETB, this is KE8VZA. Hi, Eddie. I saw you in the blue screen there, and I did check you in. You're on the list.
Well, thank you, Eric. We had a bad storm here earlier. It dumped about almost 3 inches of rain within 30 minutes. So it was really, really rough. And of course, there was one yesterday. They were talking about it on the news. They said they had a lot of trees down, and about 20,000 people were without power. Back to you.
Oh my goodness, that doesn't sound good. We're supposed to get some storms tomorrow and maybe Tuesday, I think, if I remember the forecast correctly. Hopefully they won't result in power outages like that. KE8VZA.
W3ETB here. I'll be standing by for the net. Talk to you later.
All right, Eddie. Very good. We'll clear with W3ETB for now, and this is KE8VZA. We have a couple minutes here before the pre-show starts, and if you'd like to get an early check-in, please call now.
WW8TM Choo-Choos in Northfield Center like to check in and out.
Last station was your call sign Whiskey 8 Tango Mike?
That would be affirmative. The name here is Choo-Choos. I'm in Northfield Center right now. I'd like to check in and out if I could, sir.
All right, very good. WW8TM Choo-Choos. I got you on the list as in and out. So 73 to you. Thanks for checking in. Appreciate it. Come on back when you can hang out for a while. We'll clear with WW8TM. This is KE8VZA. We're almost to our announcer, the time that our announcer kicks off the pre-show. So I ask that all stations please stand by.
The BeaconNet, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
And there she is, QST. This is Kilo Echo 8 Victor Zulu Alpha. I will be your pre-net control operator for the BeaconNet pre-show on the W8 WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio, with a frequency of 147 Mark 390, a positive offset, and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. This is a directed pre-net. I ask that all traffic come through net control, yours truly, and urgent or emergency traffic, please break in at any time. At this time, do I have any urgent or emergency traffic? Okay, hearing nothing, we'll go ahead and do our customary Mickey Mouse roll call where we check in with our BeaconNet team and make sure everybody is both transmitting and receiving okay. So first on the list is Nick at Night, who will be our master of ceremonies at the top of the hour for the main show. Nick, KE8QKO, how are you tonight? And do you have any comments for us at this point?
KE8QKO. No, sir, I'm here tonight. Sorry if I sound a little off. I've been fighting a cold all weekend. But I should be ready to go for the start of the net. And with that, I'll pass it back to you, KE8QKO.
All right, Nick, very good. You're sounding good. Sorry, you do sound like you have a cold, but other than that, you sound good. Thanks for being here tonight, of course. And I did email that file to you just a few minutes ago that you asked for. Okay, we'll clear with KE8QKO for now. We'll roll on down to Dustin, KD8EPC. No responsibilities whatsoever. Are you out there tonight, Dustin, and are you going to hang around for the big show? All right, hearing nothing. We'll circle back and see if he shows up in a bit here. But maybe his buddy that wanted to go fishing with him the other day took him up on that offer here. So we'll roll on down. Next station, KD8SLG, Just Nick. How you doing, Just Nick? And are you going to hang around for the big show tonight?
KE8VZA, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Eric, and all the Beacon netizens. I'm going to be sticking around for sure. I think Dustin is at the, Medina County Fair. I think they're having fireworks tonight from what I saw on the blue screen with Chris there. That's my guess for where Dustin is tonight. But I'm here. KD8SLG, back to net control.
All right, very good, Just Nick. Good to hear you tonight. And we'll clear with KD8SLG for now, and we suspect Dustin is viewing fireworks here shortly. Sounds good. Next on the list, W8HRF. Josh, how you doing tonight? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
KE8VZA, W8HRF. Good evening, Eric. Good evening to the Beacon netizens. Hope you're all having a wonderful Sunday. We're having a good Sunday. I have finally bitten the bullet, and I am running Ethernet through this house. Finally, we couldn't take not having Ethernet since the Wi-Fi was so terrible. So that project is partway done. I'm wrapping that up now, and then I'm running an Ethernet cable that will power the router. And then after that, I think the wife would like to spend some time watching some TV. So I think we're going to be in and out, but I'm going to be listening for a little while here while I wrap everything up around here. But hope everything is going well with you. Sorry to hear that Nick at night is not feeling so well. Hopefully it won't last too long. So with that, I'll pass it back to you, Eric. Good to hear you. KE8VZA, W8HRF.
All right, Josh, good to hear you too. My son and I ran some Ethernet cables in our house a few years back, and his Xbox was lagging behind too much. It was also to put another access point on the second floor. So killed two birds with one stone. Anyway, so I know how fun that can be. So good luck with that, and I've got you and Lucy on the list as in and out, and should you want to check in later, just do a recheck when the opportunity pops up. So have a good evening. Good luck with the cabling. We'll clear with W8HRS and by proxy KE8YUK, and we'll roll on down. Next station is our Alt Trivia Master and Rubber Chicken Wrangler. We'll see if he's joined us just yet. KI5DAY. Alan, are you out there yet? Okay, hearing nothing, have no fear. He usually is on another net right up until this one starts, and he'll join us. So we'll roll on down. Next on the list, WB4AIZ. Chuck was in and out. 73 Chuck, thanks for checking in. And I'll just read you who I have here thus far. W3ETB Eddie. K5CFY Ray, I've slotted him in the customary 10th position. And WW8TM Choo Choo, who is in and out tonight. And I picked up from the blue screen Harry, KE8ZZR. And Chris checked in and out from the through the blue screen KD2HCE. And at this point, I'm going to add AB8MO. I see him. He popped up in the blue screen here. So any other check-ins, please call now.
KG4, no, that's K4OG, checking in.
K4OG, KE8VZA, gotcha there, Mark. Any other check-ins, please call now. All right, don't hear any takers at the moment. I did see Tom, KA8MNT, popped up in the blue screen. So, Tom, I've added you to the list. Let's see, I guess fair going on down in Medina. Sounds cool. Going to be fireworks shortly. Chris is there for sure, KD2HCE. And we're pretty sure Dustin, KD2HCE is Chris. KD2EPC Dustin is probably down there as well. So, any other takers for the BeaconNet pre-show check-in list before we start working this list? Please call now. Okay, hearing nothing. I'm sure some more people will join us here in a little bit. So we'll go ahead and work the list. So we're going to start with W3ETB, Eddie. How are you tonight, Eddie? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
Hi, Eric. Yeah, I'm just sitting here watching an Italian movie with subtitles. Trying to get through it. I've been watching this movie all day long, off and on, trying to finish it. So maybe I'll get it done while the net's on. Yeah, I'll be here. I want to hear those trivia questions again tonight. W3ETB, back to net.
All right, Eddie, good to hear from you. And good luck with the movie. I've watched a few of those with subtitles, and the audio is in other languages. It's not too bad as once you start remembering that you absolutely have to look at the subtitles, because sometimes we have the subtitles on, just because, and it's English, but when it's you know what I mean. So hope that works out well for you. We're clear with W3ETB, who's sticking around, And we'll give a shout out for K5CFY, see if he's out there yet. Ray, are you there yet? Okay, have no fear, Ray will join us. We'll roll on down the list here, and again, I am KE8VZA. This is the BeaconNet pre-show on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio, 147 Mark 390 megahertz with a positive offset, and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Next check-in on the list here is Harry, KE8ZZR. How are you tonight, Harry? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
Hey, good evening, Eric. This is KE8ZZR. Doing just fine, thanks. And I will be sticking around for the main net, or the big show, as you call it. This is KE8ZZR.
All right, Harry. Always good to hear you. Thanks for joining us. Got you on the list that's hanging around. Okay, next, we'll roll on down to Andy, AB8MO. I picked you up from the blue screen, Andy. How are you tonight, and are you going to stick around for the big show?
You picked me up from the blue screen. This is AB8MO. Yeah, I'll at least stick around through my turn. I don't know if I'm going to stay the whole net, which is why I didn't connect 015. I got to get up early in the morning because I'm going to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which is not too far from State College. I think it's a little further east and south of State College. So, what in the world? Oh. I'm like, what in the world was that? I don't even have an antenna connected. That's how close I'm to 015. I can hear without an antenna. So I'll stick around. Back to you there. Thanks for... Oh, yeah, Harry, you're being really tight-lipped. Did you pass your general? I know you said you were going to take your test yesterday. Back to you there, Eric, K8VZA, AB8MO.
All right, very good, Andy. Got you hanging around at least until your turn, right? So we'll clear with AB8MO, and we'll roll on down to Mark, sporting a brand new, shiny, freshly minted call sign, K4OG. How you doing, Mark? It was good seeing you at the ham radio meet and greet. Are you going to hang around for the big show tonight?
Hey, VZA, K4OG. Yes, sir, I'm going to hang around for as long as I can, at least to give a couple of answers to the trivia. But I'm still wondering what that stuff was in the salad that I just can't quite pinpoint or recognize. It wasn't orzo, it wasn't any pasta, it wasn't any, I don't know, it could have been some sort of rice, but if you call it Eye of Newt, I very approve. That was good stuff. Let me know what it was, Eric. K4OG.
Well, I wasn't sure which one of the components you were referring to, so I just threw that Eye of Newt out there just because. Anyway, Nick had it correct in the blue screen. It is quinoa. The whole thing was a concoction of the quinoa, red and green sweet pepper, black beans. What else did I have in there? Oh, corn, and a judicious amount of balsamic vinaigrette dressing. You don't want to overdo the balsamic. At least that's what I've been told by my boss here. Anyway, I'm glad you liked it. I got a couple good reports from other people as well, so you're going to see it at the Sarah picnic. And the Norris group, if you come to the Norris picnic, it'll be there too, probably. Anyway, we're going to get our money's worth out of this one. All right, Mark, got you hanging around. Next on the list, KA8MNT Tom. Are you going to hang around for the big show tonight?
KE8VZA. This is KA8MNT. Good evening, Eric, and everybody else that's on the net. I think I'm going to call this my one and done right now. I think my head is starting to tilting toward the pillow, so with that, I want to say 7-3s, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep smiling. This is KA8MNT, back to KE8VZA.
All right, very good, Tom. Thanks for checking in tonight. I got you marked in and out, and I know whenever my head starts tilting toward the pillow, it's like gravity gets a hold of it really well and just pulls it on down there. So very good. Get a good night's rest, and I'm sure we'll hear you on the barometer net tomorrow. So 73, Tom, we'll clear with KA8MNT. And I picked up Mac, KI5RFI from the blue screen. How are you doing tonight, Mac? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
Well, good evening, everybody on the Beacon net tonight there. Yep, doing great here in Arkansas. Been a hot day here, but it's summertime. I think I will hang around and see what's going on tonight, so I'll stick with it there. This is KI5RFI. Back to net.
All right, very good, Mac. I'm very happy that the great state of Arkansas is properly represented tonight. And yeah, we had some heat up here, but I don't think our heat was close to what your heat probably was, but hope you are able to stay on the cold side of the door there. We'll clear with KI5RFI, who's sticking around tonight, and I picked up Jairus, AI5Q from the blue screen. How you doing tonight, Jairus, and are you going to stick around for the big show?
Well, good evening, AI5Q here, and I do plan on sticking around for the big show. Hopefully my node will cooperate. I've been having some more and more issues with it, so we'll see what happens. Right now it's staying latched in, it looks like, but I had 221 or 211 disconnects and reconnects the other day on Friday with my clear node, so I'm on a backup node right now, but I think it's working. Maybe a little bit of a hum with it, but it's better than not talking on the radio by a long shot. So there you go. AI5Q, back to net control.
All right, Jairus, very good. Your signal sounds very good. There is some sort of very, very light, I don't even know if I'd call it a hum, coming in the background, barely audible, but you sound great. Glad you joined us tonight, and I see in the blue screen you were at a brewery today with extended family. I always like trips to breweries. Anyway, hope you had a good time. We'll clear with AI5Q, and we'll open it up for further check-ins. Anybody else that wants to get on the check-in log here on the check-in list for the BeaconNet. I am KE8VZA, and I am net controller for the BeaconNet pre-show, and I am eagerly awaiting your call. Please call now.
5 between Bravo, Matt, and tell us a short time.
November 9, Juliet Papa Hotel, McAllister.
All right, this is KE8VZA returning. We picked up two more in that round. I copied AF5JB Matt, who is short time, and I'm pretty sure I got the call sign right. If you could please confirm November 9, Juliet Papa Hotel.
W8WKY.
Yes, that's correct.
right, very good. While I got you on the line here, Jason, are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
Yes, sir. I believe I will.
All right, very good. Welcome, welcome. Okay, we're going to jump up to Matt, AF5JB, who's short time. How you doing, Matt? And what comments do you have for the net tonight? Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I'm doing really good. Had a good weekend. Excuse me, of course, I stayed in town and everything, and all that. And of course, Saturday, got up. Well, of course, I had a small round first, and so I done that, and then I got up and help boom a new Pac-Man game, all that, into the trailer, and that was kind of a chore, but we got it done. Me and a buddy of mine, so I was go sit down and play Pac-Man and all that, and Miss Pac-Man, that's how I want now. Still got to make a few modifications to the room it's in, but should take long to do and all that. So get that all set up, and got there doing that. Took a little power nap. They got back up, showered, and done the laundry and everything, and got done with that. Got to hang out with a buddy of mine. He's a DJ, and I hear him on the radio all the time, so it's good to hear him. Eddie Truck, I don't know if you're aware of him or not, but he's pretty good. He's on Sirius XM 103, so. And then got to hang out with him for a little bit, and then got down there. Went to Dave Buster's, played Pac-Man Battle Royale, and then played Cruise and Blast, and then I got done with that, and went up to the Hard Rock and ate a hamburger there. She played a little bit of games there, but didn't win anything, but had a good time, and I went home and kind of hung around the house for a bit, and had a beer and went to bed. And it's my Saturday night, and it's kind of taking it easy all day today, so, and then get ready for a whole new week. Anyway, and other than that, that's all I got. You guys are good to say weekend, good to say week out there. It's currently 95 degrees. It's still pretty toasty here in Oklahoma, but it's supposed to cool down just a little bit by next week. But anyway, 73 out there. Just had me on, and good to hear one. Until next time. And this is AF5JB Matt in Tulsa, Oklahoma. 73, by the big control. Until next time. Yeah, thanks again.
All right, Matt. Sounds like you had a good weekend. Definitely busy. Made the rounds. Sounds good. Yeah, always time for Pac-Man, right? Got to squeeze that in. Definitely. I love Pac-Man and miss Pac-Man. So thanks for sharing that with us, Matt. You have a good week, and good hearing from you. And please come back and check in. You know our times: Sunday night and Wednesday nights. Pre-show starts at 9:30, mainnet at 10. All right, we'll clear with AF5JB. Are there any other check-ins out there that would like to get on the list before we get to the top of the hour? Please call now.
Kilo 6 Kilo Juliet Victor. Kilo 6 Kilo Juliet Victor. Kevin in Valley Springs, California.
Kilo Juliet 5
Foxtrot, Juliet, Foxtrot.
KC8 FQV, Mark in Aurora, Ohio. KC8 FQV.
All right, I'll pick it up there. This is KE8 VZA returning, picked up 3 in that round. Kevin, K6 KJV from California, got you on the list there, Kevin. The next call sign, I think I botched it. It might be JP. It's a KJ5. If you could confirm your call sign, please.
Nope, it's Jason. KJ5 FJX. Kilo Juliet 5, Foxtrot Juliet Foxtrot.
All right, very good, Jason. Thanks for confirming. Got you on the log correctly here. And I picked up KC8FQV. Mark, got you on the list here. Any other check-ins, please call now. All right, hearing nothing, let's work these 3 that we picked up. Kevin, K6KJV over in California. How you doing tonight, Kevin, and are you going to stick around for the big show?
This is K6KJV here in Valley Springs, California. Hello, Nick, and everybody else on the net. What y'all doing? Yep, I am all in. So hopefully there will be some Cornwaldo bean answers tonight. Because you never know, or you should know, that you can never go wrong with the Cornwaldo bean. So with that, I'll pass the mic back to you, Nick, from K6KJV.
All right, Kevin, yes. Alan, KI5DAY, has not yet joined us, but I bet you there's a Cornwaldo bean option in his alt trivia answers. So we'll have to stay tuned. Good to hear you tonight, Kevin. We'll clear with K6KJV, and we're going to roll down to Jason, KJ5FJF. Thanks again for confirming your call sign. And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight, Jason?
I'm sure going to try. I'm kind of fading in now. I'm kind of tired today, but I'm going to try. Other than that, everything's fine. I'll pass it back to you, KJ5FJF.
All right, Jason, very good. Got you on the list. Hey, there's no shame if all of a sudden your eyelids snap shut on you. It's been known to happen. Anyway, thanks for checking in. We'll clear with KJ5FJF. And next on the list is Mark, KC8FQV. How you doing tonight, Mark? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
All right, KC8FQV. Yeah, I'll be around for the big show. I'm not tired yet. Of course, I should be because I was up all night last night into the morning. But, yeah, we'll be around. The biggest thing I don't want to do is lay down horizontal. If I lay horizontal, that can be trouble. If I stay vertical, well, you know, like our antennas, if they don't stay vertical, they start going horizontal, they don't work good. Well, unless they're a dipole and a tree of wire. Yeah, then they do work well horizontal. But you have a tower or something, you want it to stay vertical. And it starts leaning, yeah, I think it's going to be good. But yeah, I'm going to stay around. We went down to Green tonight. Afternoon down to my
sister's son's house. And we just met and just had dinner and that. It was good. And heard what the kids did. They came up. They were up here yesterday, up in Hiram, Garrettsville, Hiram. They came up camping. They went whitewater. Whitewater. Yeah, you don't get white water off of the Hogger up here. But they went canoeing. Matter of fact, when you do that stretch from Injaga to Portage, yeah, you never know. You might be carrying the canoe or the kayak or whatever. But yeah, they were there. And we went down there today and had dinner and lunch and dinner and whatever and seen them. Cause my brother's in from Texas. They'll go back Wednesday, I think. But yeah, we'll be around for the main show. So KCFQV. Oh, before I forget, well, I'll just mention, stay tuned because I'll have more about a radio cruise-in when the net starts. So KCFQV. So be August 8th. More to come, KCFQV.
All right, very good, Mark. Got you on the list, and we'll stay tuned for that announcement. We'll clear with KC8FQV, and I grabbed one more station from the blue screen, Taco Tim, KI5TAQ, all the way from Baofeng, Oklahoma. How you doing tonight, Tim? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
This is KI5TAQ, yes, from Baofeng, Oklahoma. And yes, I'm going to stick around for the big show, and of course I've also heard the Timex lady sounded, so away we go. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, good deal, Tim. Got you on the list. That's sticking around. And we are 2 minutes past the top of the hour. Shame on me. Anyway, it's time to turn it over to our master of ceremonies, our net control station, KE8QKO, Nick at Night. How you doing, Nick, and are you ready to take the reins?
Thank you, Eric. Fine business on the pre-show. This is good evening and welcome to Beacon Net. My name is Nick. My call sign is KE8QKO, and I'll be net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the WAWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink WAWKY-R. This is a directed net, so all traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, the Fireside Network. See, I finally got that updated, and various other repeaters, so we ask you to keep for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit, so we hear everything you've got to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. Nothing heard there. Stations that have not already checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
This is Kilo 7, Uniform, Sierra Papa, so KK7 USP. Name is Connor, calling from Caldwell, Idaho.
I copy that. KK7 USB, Connor from Idaho. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, sir. I think this might be the first time I've heard you on the net, so thanks for checking in with us there, and we'll definitely get back down to you once we go through our trivia and our current check-ins. Is there anyone else who would like to check into the Beacon Net? Please say your call phonetically, followed by alphabetically. All right, nothing heard there. Let's go up and talk to our trivia masters this evening. We're going to start with K8VZA Eric and get our primary question read for us. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA with the main trivia question. Here we go. The Olympic Summer Games are underway in Paris, and this one is related to that. The French government has allocated amateur radio frequencies to be used for two-way communications during the 2024 Summer Olympics being held in Paris. Which of the following frequency ranges have been allocated for mobile video links? Your possibilities are alpha 144 to 146 megahertz, or Bravo 430 to 440 megahertz, or Charlie, I botched this one, 1240 to 1260 megahertz, or Delta 2300 to 2483.5 megahertz. I'll take a break for time and come back and reread it. KE8VZA returning with the main trivia question. The French government has allocated amateur radio frequencies to be used for two-way communications during the 2024 Summer Olympics being held in Paris. Which of the following frequency ranges have been allocated for mobile video links? Your possibilities are alpha 144 to 146 megahertz, Bravo 430 to 440 megahertz, or Charlie 1240, that's 1240 to 1260 megahertz, or Delta 2300 to 2483.5 megahertz. I'll put the question in the blue screen here shortly as soon as I correct a couple typos. KE8VZA back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Fine question. I'm going to think about that one. Next, we're going to talk to KI5DAY Alan. You get the alternate trivia read for us. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY in the net with Larry, the Rubber Chicken. Hey, everybody, yeah. You sound different tonight, Nick. Somebody was saying it sounded like you had a cold. It may be, maybe your radio has gone rogue on you and started filtering differently or something. It sounds completely different, but that's all right. I can still hear you really well, so that's all that matters. But tonight's alternate trivia, oh boy, yeah, stand by. By the way, I want you to notice that tonight's alternate trivia rhymes quite nicely, so pay close attention, and I'll let this drop, and here we go. Alrighty, tonight's alternate trivia is as follows. The famous football star O.J. Simpson was also famous for standing trial for the murder of his ex-wife Nicole Simpson. But what was O.J. Simpson's dad famous for? Was it A, being a drag queen, B, being a first cousin of Mean Joe Green for the Pittsburgh Steelers, C, being involved in the invention of Mr. Clean, or D, being the first African-American Cornwaldo bean? KI5DAY, back to you.
All right, thank you, Alan. Another fine alternate trivia question. Yes, I do sound different tonight. It'll come up in my update later than that when I give my comments. But yeah, I've had a cold, cough, something. I had something since Thursday, and I've been coughing pretty much all weekend, so my voice is completely shot. Anyway, thank you again, Alan, for the fine alternate trivia question there. And I'm going to identify. This is KE8QKO on the WWKY repeater. About to start going through check-ins for the Beacon Net here on 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And our first contestant tonight, actually our first contestant's in and out, that's WB4AZ, but our first non-in and out contestant tonight is W3ETV Eddie. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
you call it W3TV. I see my name highlighted up there somewhere or other. And, yeah, I'm just sitting here trying to figure out what kind of movie I'm going to watch next. And, trying to see if I can see the daggone blue screen. Everything is a little blurry for some reason or other. I don't know. And I put my glasses on, and I put the headset on, then, it doesn't feel quite right. So I take my glasses off, and then I can't see anything on the blue screen. So either I hear what's going on, or I type on the blue screen, or see what's on the blue screen. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's go ahead and answer those trivia questions. I think I'll go with B and B because for let's see, the main trivia question, I have no idea what it is. B sounds okay, and for Alan's, B sounds all right as well. So I'll go ahead and turn it back to you, and we'll go ahead and say good night. And 73 for now. W3 TV, back to net.
All right, thank you, Eddie. You got your answers down there for Bravo and Bravo. Yeah, I feel your pain about reading in computers and glasses because, last year my eyes changed about twice between glasses and contacts. Sometimes I can see my screen with contacts in, and sometimes I can see my screen with glasses on, and then not the other, and now I can see both. So I don't know. Went to my eye doctor, and she doesn't really know what's going on with that, but I make it work. Anyway, that's how it goes. Anyway, we're gonna talk to K5 CFY Ray. How you doing, Ray? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
QKO, K5 CFY. Good evening, everyone. Nick at night, thanks for doing the net, and thanks Mr. Eric there for doing the pre-show and doing the NetLogger. Doing a wonderful job. I'm going to guess Alpha and Charlie. I don't have a clue. So Alpha and Charlie, since Eddie got Bravo, so I got Alpha and Charlie, so somebody else will have to get Delta. Anyway, that's all I got. Good to hear everybody out there. Everybody stay safe. 73, K5 CFY.
All right, thank you. Thank you there, Ray. Got your answers down there for Alpha and Charlie. Our next station is WWATM with In and Out, and that takes us down to K8ZZR. Harry, how you doing, Harry? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
K8 QKO, this is K8ZZR. Good evening, Nick. Sorry you're under the weather. Summertime colds are no fun, but I'm sure you'll plow through it. So yeah, this is a milestone weekend for me. As some of you already know, I did take my general test yesterday with Stefan and the VE team through the Sarah and Wayne County group, and I passed my general test. So I was very pleased with that. This is something I've been wanting to do since I was in high school, but life got in the way for the past 40-some years, and here I am. So I'm very, very pleased. So with that, I am going to give you my trivia questions, and I'm going to go with the main trivia is A as in Alpha, and the alternate C as in Charlie. So with that, I'll turn it back to Net Control. You guys doing a great job. This is KE8ZZR.
All right, thank you, Harry. I was actually reading the blue screen when I was listening to chat. I forget the number. It previously said. I think my NetLogger got it. It's probably going to show up here in a second. If we don't get it, we can get back to you. Oh, yeah. Alpha and Charlie. Our next station was In and Out. That was KD2HCE Chris. And then it takes us down to AB8MO Andy from the land of maple syrup and, yeah, maple syrup. Go ahead, Andy.
In the land of maple syrup and stuff. Hi, everybody. Let's see here. I'm sorry you're not feeling well there, Nick at night. one of us, well, I would have been willing to take it over for you if you weren't feeling up to it, but I guess you are. So we're glad to have you, even if you don't sound like Dick at night. So let's see here for my trivia. Oh, by the way, congratulations, Harry. That's great to hear. I know that I kind of figured you were going to pass based on what you were telling me last week at the POTA activation. So it was great having a great chat with you. I feel kind of bad that guy snubbed you. You almost got that contacted like a dupe. And I wish I would have gone back to the guy and say, hey, you know, this guy's brand new to amateur radio. Why don't you work him anyway? He's new to HF. Don't snub about his first contact on HF. But I hope that won't let you stop you. So, but that does happen, as you found out. So, main trivia answer. Let's see here. 144 to 146. I think that's the whole 2-meter band in Europe. I don't know about 430 to 440. So we'll just go with that. I guess I'll go Bravo for the main trivia. Let's see, Mr. McGee's answer, O.J. Simpson. I'm going to say being a drag queen. I don't know why that sticks out, so I guess that's what. C.A. Back she comes. This is AB and MO.
All right, thank you, Andy. Let's see, you got you down there for Bravo and the Drag Queen. Bravo and Alpha. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm feeling okay. Tired, been tired all weekend, but again, that falls in line with what I was doing this weekend. Hey, I finally had some maple syrup gifted to me early this year, I think, or last year, and I finally got to use it this weekend on an old camp house. So it was a nice, perfectly sized bottle for camping. So thank you, sir. Anyway, next I have K4OG. Mark, K4OG. I read the call sign, and I didn't really click in again, and then you changed your call sign until I read your name. Come on back to us there, Mark. Let's see how you're doing tonight.
KE8QKO, K4OG. Good evening, Nick. Well, let me be the first one to tell you, Nick, you've got a wonderful radio voice tonight. I really like it. It sounds really great, really like professional, not amateur like us. The guesstimates for tonight's trivia questions, the main one, I wrote down Charlie first, so I guess I'm going to have to go with that, but that seems high, that 1,200, but in U.S., well, it looks like we're using that range for amateur TV and digital, so why not, Charlie? For Alan's alternate trivia question, I don't know, I have drag queen sticking out in my mind, so I'm going to go with Alpha on that one. And, yeah, really like your voice there, Nick. Carry on, my good sir. K4OG.
All right, thank you, Mark. Got your answers down for Charlie and Alpha. And I'm guessing since I have a horsey voice, I would expect nothing less for somebody who kind of comes from near horse country. I'm not sure, is it horse country where you're at in Owensboro, or is it? I know Central Kentucky really is, but I'm not sure if it is up your way. But it's pretty close. Anyway, thank you, sir, and thanks for checking in with us there. Always good to have you. Our next station was K8MNT in and out, and that takes us down to KI5 RFI Mac. How you doing, Mac? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight? KI5 RFI Kilo India 5 Romeo Foxtrot India. Mac, are you out there? Do you have comments for the Beacon Net?
W8WKY.
There we go. I was having a little trouble connecting there. KI5 RFI. Well, Nick, interesting trivia question. The part about it being a video conference deal changes my thoughts on it. So I'm going to go with Charlie. And then on Alan's question, I'm going to go with Cornwaldo being there. So that's my answer. Back to you. It's KI5RFI.
All right. Thank you, sir. We got your answers down for Charlie and Delta. Thanks for getting with us there, Max. It's always good to hear you. All right. Next, we have a man who's apparently been flying around Tulsa, AI5Q, Jairus. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for Beacon tonight?
Well, good evening there. AI5Q here. Let me pull up the dashboard. I'm watching NetLogger and not the dashboard and all sorts of stuff. So here we go. Where is it? All right, there I am. Okay, answers I already put in on the blue screen is Charlie and Alpha, I believe. Yes, Charlie and Alpha in that order. Alternate Alpha, primary Charlie. And Alan is talking about, oh wait, I forgot, I'm already an extra class operator, blah, 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 blah. You know what? You're so stinking poor at radio etiquette that I don't think you could pass your FRS license. There you go. AI5Q, back to net control.
All right. Well, that's a lot big going on there, Jairus. Couldn't pass an FRS license. I don't know. That's an insult. We'll have to see how Alan takes that throughout the rest of the net. Thank you, sir. All right, I need to identify real quick. This is KEAQKO on the WWKY repeater. If you check into the Beacon net, we're on 114 mark. Whoa, jeez. I can't think and talk tonight. What am I doing? Oh, we're on 147 mark 390 positive offset with a PL tone of 114 mark 8. And yeah, and apparently there's a special request from the blue screen for me to say, I'm Batman. Okay, that's covered. Next station we have is marked as in and out. That's AF5JB, and that's going to take us down to N5, or no, not N5, N9JPH. Please go ahead with your traffic.
Yes, sir. Juliet Papa Hotel, and thank you for closing that tonight. Now I'm just here at work, sitting in my office and studying for the general and listening to you guys on radio. For my question, or for my answers here is Alpha, and then Alpha. That'd be Alpha.
All right, thank you, sir. We have your answers down there for Alpha and Alpha. Next, we have K6KJV. Kevin, how you doing, sir? I think I know what your answers are, but let's go ahead with some of your comments tonight.
This is K6KJV here in Valley Springs, California. And first off, I have to apologize to Eric because either my ears are all messed up or he sounds different too, because I called him Nick earlier, so as in just Nick. I'm sorry, Eric. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. So, and just Nick, Nick at night, I am glad your voice is lower, because if it was higher, I would be a little concerned that you might have had some Wheaties with some Bud Light mixed into it. And I hope Jairus, I seen his blue screen, he went to a brewery. I hope he didn't have none of that Bud Light, because Bud Light and Wheaties, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Things fall off, you know. And as far as the questions, they kind of go hand in hand, you know, with old Gay Perry and drag queens, and yeah, that one kind of messed me up because we don't like us Cornwall-Means don't like to talk about that side of our family because we're not too proud of it. But I gotta stick with Double D, Delta and Delta. I got to stick with the Cornwaldo Bean family no matter what they does. I'm loyal. I'm stupid, but I'm loyal. So with that, I'm going to say God bless 73, everyone, and pass the mic back to you there, Nick and Knight from K6KJV.
All right, thank you, Kevin. Well, no Bud Light. Never a really big fan of that. I'm going to leave it there for the radio etiquette. We have your answers down here for Delta and Delta. Thanks for checking in with us there, sir. We always appreciate it. And, yeah, you have a great day. My next check-in here is KJ5FJF Jason. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Well, I quit watching Olympics many years ago, and I don't follow professional sports, so this is a shot in the dark. I'm just going to go with Delta Charlie. Other than that, I think I'm going to go to bed. This is KJ5FJF.
All right, thank you, sir. You got your answers down for Delta and Charlie. Sleep well. Sleep well. Next station we have here is KC8FQV, Mark. How you doing, Mark? And what do you have for the Vegan Net tonight?
KCFQV. Well, not a lot. Not a lot here going. Well, I think on the main trivia with the TV frequency, probably D, maybe D, or yeah, D. I'll go with D. And of course, the Port Carvers group is going to do a radio cruise on this Thursday, August 8th, at 6 to 8 at the A&W in Ravenna. It's the day after the big car cruise on Main Street, 59 in Kent, or in Ravenna, I mean. But on Thursday, we're going to do the radio cruise. Best installation and her one, and the most bands capable of working in the mobile is the other. So that port car is portcars.org. And we've been doing it for some time. It's been maybe 15 years. But it's a radio cruise on. So other than that, 146.895 is the repeater at 118 PL. So that's Thursday night. Yeah, Wednesday night they have a big car cruise over there on that street. So we'll send it back to that, but I'll say Delta on the one question with the frequencies. So I'll send it back your way, Nick. KC8FQV. I was down in Green today, just below you, or a little southwest of you. The other family of ours live just south of you. But we were there last week. So let's send it back your way, Nicholas, KC8FQV.
All right, thank you, Mark. All right, I'm going to unpack a little bit there. Before we go any further, you have your primary answer is Delta. Did you want to give an answer to the alternate question?
W8WK.
I might check back later, KCFQV. Or I'll just punch it in the blue screen, too.
All right, no problem. Either one works. Yeah, and as far as what time you were down there, it might not have been super southwest of me. I was spent most of, well, over half the day much further out east at Berlin Lake, and then after that a good chunk of time down in Canton doing some school shopping, taking advantage of the tax-free holiday to get some crap for my kid for his next school year. But anyway, thanks, Mark. Thanks for checking in with us there. And let's see, before I go further, I'm going to identify. Did I do that already? I should have done that already. This is KAQKO. It's the half hour mark. So this is KAQKO on the WWKY repeater 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And our next station we're going to talk to is KI5TAQ Taco Tim. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Good afternoon, Nick, or I should say good evening, Nick. Well, I want to just get this out of the way of the trivia questions. Main trivia question, I'm going to go with A as in outlet. And then for the alternate trivia question, I'm going to have to go with D. Allen and D. And that'd be all for the trivia questions. I'm just ready to get back into the grindstone, and then after that, see what happens afterwards. But yeah, I hope someone who can remember the rubber chicken question, if there is one out there, maybe they can have that. But I think this past Wednesday, I think Josh and Lucy came up with that good rubber chicken question, so they need to entertain Alan's rubber chicken. With that said, I'll send it to Net Control. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, thank you, Tim. We have your answers down there for Alpha and Delta. Oh, rubber chickens. Rubber chickens are fun. Rubber chickens are fun. All right, thank you, sir. It's good to hear you out here. Always enjoy it. And, all right, we're down through the list of pre-checks. This is the first regular check-in from the start of the net. That is, I believe, a new check-in, KK7 USP Connor. Hello, Connor. How you doing? And welcome to the Beacon Net. Kilo 7, Uniform Sierra Papa. Come if you're out there and you'd like to share your comments in the net, please come back to us. All right, nothing heard there. Perhaps Connor had to step away. We'll miss him. Hopefully he comes back again. And, yeah, we're at the bottom of the list. So, anyone would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo 5, Romeo Foxtrot Golf, K5 RFG, this is Ryan in Wadsworth.
VK5 RFG, Ryan. Hello, sir. We'll get back to you here in just a moment. We're going to see if we get any more check-ins after you there. So anyone else would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, nothing heard there. Let's talk to Ryan, K5 RFG. How you doing, sir? How you been? And how's life treating you?
Good evening, Nick, everyone on the net. This is K5 RFG. I'm glad I got to get on the net tonight. Things have been just absolutely crazy with work lately, and I decided that I was going to take some time off tonight and enjoy myself and get on the net. So here I am. Like I said, it's been crazy at work. I've been doing a lot of traveling lately. I've been to, Miami, New Orleans, Chicago, back to here, back to Chicago, I leave again Wednesday for New Orleans again, and then I believe when I get back, I'm headed back to Chicago. So lots and lots of traveling lately with work. So hey, I can't complain too much. My air miles are racking up pretty quickly, and I'll take those. Other than that, before I forget, I'm going to answer the trivia questions. The main trivia question, I'm going to go with Charlie, and the alternate, I'm also going to go with Charlie because I really have no idea on what the answers are. But hey, C for Covington, Louisiana, correct? That's where I'm headed on Wednesday. So with that, I'm going to say I hope everyone had a great weekend. I hope you have a great upcoming week. And I'm going to throw it back to Net Control, K8QKO. This is the K5RFG.
All right, thank you, Ryan. Got your answers down there. It's Charlie and Charlie. It's good to hear you out there. And yeah, I guess you sound like you've been pretty busy doing some traveling, but I guess that those work promotions are kind of paying off for you a little bit, so that's good to hear too. And yeah, get those air miles racked up. Take the family on a vacation. Do it on the company dime. That's fantastic. All right, thank you, sir. Thanks for checking with us, sir. It's always good to hear from you. And all right, so we're back to the bottom of this list again. So I'm going to call out again. Anyone would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Foxtrot 5 Alpha Delta Echo KF5 ADE Nick here in Cibolo.
All right, I have KF5 ADE checking in there, and that's Nickelodeon. And I believe I heard his better half check. He was stepping on her. He was stepping on Sandy. All right, well, we'll get you both in there. And, yeah, get you both in. So, let's go up and talk to KF5ADE Nickelodeon, see how he's doing tonight.
Well, thanks to my good wife, she went ahead and reminded me. I'm sitting over here by next to the computer, tinkering around on trying to learn more about Allstar and the nodes, and for GMRS, trying to do some corrections on my GMRS thing. I got to fix it, but because it comes up with my call sign and then adds a Q to it, but kind of an annoyance, but nobody else hears it, so it doesn't really matter. But it's just one of those silly things that I've got. Now I was looking at trying to maybe make myself a node, another node, since I have the codes, or not the codes, but the ports, for an Allstar node. I think it'd be an Allstar. And so we're playing with that idea right now. And that's what I've been toying with most of the afternoon, making some notes to relearn this stuff. With that, we're doing well. And I guess that's about all I have. KF5AD, back to Net Control.
Hey, Nick, did you happen to get our trivia questions?
W8WKY.
Negative. I did not get anything for trivia. I've got to go look at either the screen and see where they're at, or I need to, which just came up, or I need to listen to them again. Take your pick. Over.
You know what? We have only read them once tonight, so we'll read them again. Before we do that, I'm going to identify. This is KEAQKO on the WWKY repeater. 147 Mark 390, positive outside with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And yeah, we're going through stuff for the BeaconNet. Check-ins, comments, all the fun things we do. And next, we're going to read the trivia questions again. So we're going to start with K8BZA Eric. If you would mind rereading the question for us, I'd appreciate it, Eric.
KE8QKO in the group, KE8BZA here. No problem there, Nick at night. The main trivia question is as follows.
The French government has allocated amateur radio frequencies to be used for two-way communications during the 2024 Summer Olympics being held in Paris. Which of the following frequency ranges have been allocated for mobile video links? The possibilities are alpha, 144 to 146 megahertz, or Bravo, 430 to 440 megahertz, or Charlie, 1240 to 1260 megahertz, or Delta, 2300 to 2483.5 megahertz to be exact. This is KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Let's go and talk to KI5DAY Alan to get the alternate question read for us. Alan, take it away.
KI5DY and Larry, the rubber chicken, in the house, y'all. Yeah, tonight's alternate trivia. Here we go, Nick. Pay close attention. It rhymes, so it might get a bit confusing. Hi, Sandy. Here's tonight's alternate trivia. The famous football star, O.J. Simpson, was also famous for standing trial for the murder of his ex-wife, Nicole Simpson. But what was O.J. Simpson's dad famous for? Was it A, being a drag queen, B, being a first cousin of Mean Joe Green, or C, being involved in the invention of Mr. Clean, or D, being the first African-American corn Waldo bean? KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, thank you, Alan. Appreciate the alternate trivia. Let's go down and talk to KF58E, Nickelodeon, and see what his answers are. Nick, take it away.
Good evening. Okay, this is KF5AD, Nickelodeon, back to everybody. Well, that is some outstanding two questions. And oh man, I want to go with the corn Waldo bean, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and go with the C as the alternate. But now the frequencies, oh my goodness. I guess I'm going to just go with B as in Bravo. We'll go with the 70 centimeter area. It probably is even higher than that. They're probably playing with 1240, knowing my luck. But final answer, B and C. There you go. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, sir. You have your answers down as Bravo and Charlie. Now let's go down and talk to your better half, KG5SYC, Miss Sandy, who got stepped on by her husband. Are you going to put up with that, Sandy? Are you going to teach him a lesson when you get back home? If you're not home already, I'm guessing you're not. Go ahead and take it away, ma'am.
This is KG5SYC, and I always get stepped on by him sometimes. He stumbles and falls and hurts his toes and ends up having bruised toes and broken toes, and he puts his foot where it doesn't need to be sometimes, so we'll just have to get over it. At any rate, we're doing well. Had a good day. The kids all took off and they went out boating, and I decided to do some shopping and just hang out and take care of the dogs and make sure that they got outside every so often. But other than that, not a whole lot going on right now. They're all in bed, and I'm down here talking to y'all. So there you go. Trivia. Well, let's see. Something tells me since it's called French in France that they probably went with D for Dustin, because that's just the higher frequencies, and then that just sounds like something. And you put a 0.5 in there, they're definitely in the weird state, I would say. At any rate, so that's what I'm going to go with is D. And the other one, I have to probably agree with my spouse and say C, because that just is what came to my mind from off of Alan's question. Hello, Alan. I heard you out there giving me a shout out with Nick. So we got to say hello to you too. And very good question. But we're going to go with B for Alan's question. Normally I would go A because I want to be always right, but I'm not always right. This is KG by FYC.
All right, thank you, Sandy. Well, as far as Nick is concerned, you're always right. That's the way life goes. We have your answers down as Delta and Charlie. Thank you for checking with us, man. I appreciate it. Okay, anyone else out there who'd like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, well, I heard somebody key up there. We didn't get any traffic. So I'm going to go with, we got nothing on that. And we're going to go up and talk to our net control team. We're going to start with KE8VZA, Eric. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA, doing well here. Thanks, just Nick, or Nick at Night, sorry, wrong Nick. Thanks, Nick at Night. Let's see, today we had the Ham Radio Multi-Club Meet and Greet down in the Cleveland Metro Park area at the Cottonwood Picnic Shelter, and a good time was had by all. I'm not sure of the exact head count, but there were probably about 30 people there, roughly, and give or take, and the food was absolutely delicious. K4OG brought some of his potato salad, and it was delicious. And I brought a quinoa, bean, pepper, balsamic salad, which you'll see at the Sarah picnic if you're there, and the Norse picnic, because it's very easy to make and it's very tasty. What else? That's about it. I'm going to go with, for the alternate trivia, I'm going to go with Alpha, and of course I'm going to abstain from the main. So that's all I have for now. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Got your answer down as Alpha for the alternate. Yeah, as far as I wasn't able to make it to the meetup, the meet and greet this weekend. I'll explain why in a minute. And I don't know if I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it to the Sarah Club or not. We'll see how that works out. I got about 2 or 3 balls in the air at the moment, and we'll see how they land to determine whether I can make it there. Let's see. We had one station here who did not reply back in the pre-checks during the Mickey Mouse roll call. We'll see if he's out there just in case. KD8PC, K8QKO. Are you out there, Dustin? Do you have comments for the BeaconNet?
W8WKY.
All right, nothing you heard there. Perhaps he's out gas fishing or noodling or whatever the heck he's doing. The next station I do believe is out there because he's all alive in the blue screen. That's KD8SLG, the man with the silly hat. Nick, take it away.
KE8QKO, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Nick, and all of the Beacon Netizens. I got a microphone in my hand tonight. It feels pretty good, as opposed to handy-talkie, which has been the last couple of Sunday nights. That just, it doesn't work for me. You gotta have a microphone. It's not even the same when you're wearing the headset. Dude, I'm Batman. I'm Batman. That's my Christian Bale Batman. You can do it better than me tonight. So, let's see. Trivia. Delta and Delta. I did call the Cornwaldo Bean archivist to ask her about the first known African American association with the Cornwaldo Bean clan, and she just, yeah, we're not going to go there. she essentially said when they started interacting, they weren't called African Americans. That's what she said. Just throw that one out there. So, it's hard to believe that next Thursday is already the club meeting for August, and 3 days after that on Sunday is the club picnic. So everyone put it on your calendar. Sign-up sheet is up on the website now, so get in there and do it, if you would, please. So we know how many sausages, burgers, dogs, whatever is going to get cooked we need to get. So if you do that, that'd be great. It's going to be a good time. It's my understanding we're going to have a cornhole tournament this year, so that should be fun. That's all I got tonight. It's KD8SLG. Back to net control. Thanks, Batman.
All right, thank you, Nick. Did I identify? I'm going to do it anyway, because I like to do it on the 10-minute marks. This is KAQK on the WWQ repeater, 147 Mark 290, positive also with a PL total of 114 Mark 8. And, yeah, thanks, Nick. You know what? I'm just thinking, just popped into my head. You say we're having a cornhole tournament. Maybe we should rename that. Maybe it should be the Cornwaldo Hole Tournament. I don't know. Just toss that out there, see how it rolls off the tongue, and see if we can get El Presidente to approve it. But thank you there, Nick. You got your answers down as Delta and Delta. Our next two stations here are In and Out. That's W8HRF, and his better half, KEYUK, Mr. and Mrs. Lucy. And that takes us down to KI5DAY Allen. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KI5DAY. Hey, caught me off guard, man. I was sitting over here zoning in the blue screen as usual, and once in a while I actually pop in there and say something, but not too often. Hi. For those that don't do the blue screen on the Beacon Net, you're missing half the net, as the word has said before, as the word has been said before by, I think, just Nick, who coined that phrase, if I'm not mistaken. But all is good, man. I'm just sitting here chilling like a villain. Had a cup of coffee earlier, which at 8:30 I don't normally do that, but I am so sleepy. I had hardly any sleep last night, and I had a really long day. So, and I was at a district meeting today with the VFW at my post, and wow, it went on for 4.5 hours. The meeting did. It was insane. That was after a 2-hour lunch and hanging out. But made for good times, I guess, though. Got to meet some people that I hadn't met before. It's a good time. So I'm just sitting here having fun. And for the main trivia, I didn't get a chance to give my answer, so I think I'm going to go with C on that one. And don't have much else. All is good. Back to you, KI5DAY.
All right, thank you, Alan. We're going to have your answer down as Charlie for the main trivia, and of course, abstaining for the alternate. All right, I'll go next. Since we last spoke on Wednesday, we went on a camping trip with some friends this weekend at Berlin Lake. They brought their boat out. We both brought our campers and all that stuff. Unfortunately, I came down with some sort of unpleasant bug on Thursday morning, so I got to pack everything up while not feeling very well, drive out there and spend the weekend with a really nasty head cold, which I still have, mostly coughing. Unfortunately, I had to also learn the hard way how poorly made some campers are, as Thursday night my bed turned me into a taco, because apparently they put a board in to support the bed that had a big old knot in it, and the board snapped right at the knot because my fat butt was on it. I had to spend some time. I had to actually drive home, pick up some lumber and some tools, and drive back out to the campsite to fix our bed so my wife and I can go back to sleep that night. But aside from that, it was a pretty good weekend. Oh, my answers for the trivia are going to be Charlie and, written it down, Bravo. Charlie and Bravo. And, yeah, I'm going to break for time. All right, with all that heard, we've heard from our current check-ins, we heard from our net control team, and we're going to do another round of check-ins. So anyone out there that would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, I'm going to take it right there. We had somebody try to check in. You were staticky and very, 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 very quiet. So please, whoever that was that just tried to check in, please come back with your call sign. Try to speak a little bit louder so I can pick it up.
Link on the hot move.
Victor Kilo. All right, that did not work out like I wanted it to. All right, I'm going to take control here. So I think the person that just tried to check in might have been the same person that tried to check in before. I don't know. Well, it was super quiet. I turned my volume up to make sure I heard them if they were super quiet again, and kind of got blasted and missed everything. So, if you're out there and you're trying to check in and you were super quiet, please hold the microphone button down for a couple of seconds, and then say your call sign phonetically so we can try to pick it up. All right, I do have VK2DY from the blue screen. All right, I think from the blue screen because I didn't hear him. Maybe my net control station did. But is there anyone else out there that's trying to check into the BeaconNet? Please say your call sign phonetically, followed alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Yeah, BeaconNet one more time. This is KJ5ATA, Kilo Juliet 5 Alpha Tango Alpha, guy from Georgetown, Texas. Yeah.
All right, KJ5ATA guy, got you in there, sir. Is there anyone else that would like to check into the BeaconNet? Please call now. All right, nothing heard there. Let's go and talk to VK2DY. Robert, how you doing, sir? How's the laying down under?
Yes, good afternoon. This is Robert, VK2DY in northwestern Sydney, where it is, let's see, Fahrenheit, about 60 Fahrenheit. It's going to get a degree or two warmer, but that's it. We're sort of in that late winter pattern of lows in the upper 30s Fahrenheit and highs in the lower 60s Fahrenheit. And that will persist at least until the beginning of next week. So cloudy, overcast, and coolish days. And that's hopefully then spring is going to start coming to us and we'll get some warmer weather here because I'm ready for it. Anyway, other than that, not a whole lot else happening here. Just waiting for a phone call from Manila, actually. I have, as an American living abroad, I have to get my American Social Security, and that goes through Manila. So I'm waiting for a phone call from them. But anyway, other than that, nothing else exciting. I'm going to go with Alpha and Alpha for the trivia questions. VK2DY, back to net.
All right. Thank you, Robert. Got your answer down there as Alpha and Alpha. And I'll tell you what, that weather sounds like good sleeping weather to me. So I'd say enjoy every minute of it. Of course, you might not enjoy it because it's a little warmer there than you're usually used to. Or it's cooler there than you're used to, but up here, that's the pretty good weather. All right. Thank you, sir. Always good to have you check in. Good to hear you. I appreciate it. Good luck on getting your Social Security stuff all sorted out there. And next we have KJ5ATA Guy. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Yeah, BeaconNet. This is KJ5ATA, Guy from Georgetown, Texas. Talking to you on Echolink for the Hot Move conference. Sitting in my
my chair here in the room on my phone, being a lazy man. Anyways, yeah, as far as trivia, I don't know what the trivia questions are, and the last hand that was on there said he was from some place he was stationed, or he's American, but he's stationed somewhere, so I'd like to know where he's at, but anyways, yeah, just listening in. If you could relate to me the questions on the trivia, I might be able to pop something up real fast, but otherwise, that's okay. You don't have to do that. So, anyways, just seeing if I'm getting through and all that rest. So, yeah, this is KJ5 ATA, and we're back to net.
All right. Yes, Guy, we'll get that taken care of for you. First, I need to let my NetLogger know that Robert's VK2DY's answers were alpha and alpha. And, yeah, so that's that. And we'll get those answers read before I do, after I do a, oh, geez, words tonight. Identification, that's the word I'm thinking of. This is KEQK with a WWQ repeater 147 Mark 390, positive also with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Yeah, that's it. So that's my identification. Okay. And yeah, let's go ahead and get the trivia questions read again. So K8VZA, Eric, if you could please reread the trivia question.
KE8QKO in the group, KE8VZA here with the reread of the main trivia question. The French government has allocated amateur radio frequencies to be used for two-way communications during the 2024 Summer Olympics being held in Paris. Which of the following frequency ranges have been allocated for mobile video links? Your possibilities are alpha, 144 to 146 megahertz, Bravo, 430 to 440 megahertz, Charlie, 1240 to 1260 megahertz, or Delta, 2300 to 2483.5 megahertz. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, sir. KI5DAY, if you would reread the alternate question, I'd appreciate it.
KI5DAY, no problem. Tonight's alternate trivia question. The famous football star O.J. Simpson was also famous for standing trial for the murder of his ex-wife, Nicole Simpson. But what was O.J. Simpson's dad famous for? Was it A, being a drag queen, B, being a first cousin of Mean Joe Green, C, being involved in the invention of Mr. Clean, or D, being the first or being the first African-American Cornwaldo bean? KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, thank you, Alan. Another final alternate trivia question. Let's go ahead and talk to KJ5ATA Guy. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Yeah, KJ5ATA, my answers. Okay. I'm going to have to say for the first question is my answer is alpha, and the second question is going to be Bravo. That's what I'm ascertaining at the present time. I will be more than happy to stand correct or be whatever it might take for that. Anyways, yeah, I'll be interested in listening to what the answer is, and so we'll be standing by. This is KJ5ATA, back to network.
All right, thank you, guys. Yeah, we all stand corrected on our own when these trivia questions come out. So we'll see how the dice roll at the end of the night. We get your answers down as Alpha and Bravo. Thank you for checking in, sir. I always appreciate it. Okay, back at the bottom of my list here. Anyone out there who would like to check in with the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed alphabetically, along with your name and location. Okay, nothing heard there. Perhaps we're all the way down at the end. You never know with the BeaconNet. Sometimes it runs an hour, a little over. Sometimes it runs an hour and a half. I've had it run almost 2 hours before, and that's a long night for me. But this is we're at 11:05, and that's our last check-in, I think. Well, at least last one for now. We're gonna hope we get the trivia answers read for us, and then we'll do one more round of check-ins after that for any lingerers and wanderers out there that wanna come back later. So let's go up and talk to K8VZA Eric and get the primary trivia answer read for us. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA returning with the answer to the main trivia question. So out of the frequencies that the French government has allocated for the communications for the 2024 Summer Olympics, the ranges allocated for mobile video links are actually answer delta, 2300 to 2483.5 megahertz. Let's see. It also says that they're allowed to use 10 watts maximum and a channel width, of 20 megahertz maximum. The other frequency ranges, 144 to 146, as well as 430 through 440, are allocated for simplex HT use, and so that was Alpha Bravo for simplex HT use, and 1240 to 1260 are allocated for audio use, and they had some acronym in there, P something, and I don't know what it means, and I'm not quite sure what they're doing with audio in that range of frequencies, but 2300, 2483.5 are the ones allocated for mobile video links, was answer delta. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, Eric. Not very sure I like the answer to that question. I prefer Charlie. I prefer if you would have made it Charlie, but I guess I would have been wrong anyway. Anyway, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Let's get on top to KF5, DAY Alan, to get the answer for our alternate question. Alan, take it away.
W8WKY.
K5DAY. Yeah, I think I agree. I was waiting for C. I think he has to change it to C to make us happy. Hi. Tonight's alternate trivia question was, famous football star O.J. Simpson was also famous for standing trial for the murder of his ex-wife Nicole Simpson, but what was O.J. Simpson's dad famous for? Well, believe it or not, O.J. Simpson's dad was actually famous for being a drag queen. His name was, Jimmy Lee Simpson was his name. He separated from his wife Eunice Simpson, and that's back when O.J. was 5 years old, and he took on the life of a drag queen, and he passed away in the 1980s from AIDS. So yeah, interesting stuff. I had no idea about that. I just stumbled across that story, and what better way to have an alternate trivia than that question? So yeah, and Larry got excited a while ago. He misconstrued when I said Cornwallo bean with pork and beans, so he loves pork and beans. But anyway, great net as always fun to participate. K5DAY, back to net.
Oh, wow, Alan. Thank you for that answer. I got that one wrong as well. It's really surprising to see that O.J. Simpson turned out the way he did with such a fine, stable family upbringing there. But, I guess there's always one in the family, I suppose. And yeah, that's how it goes. Thank you for the trivia answer there. Okay, this is KUQQ, the WWK repeater. 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL total of 114 Mark 8. I'm going to do one more round of check-ins for anyone out there lingering that didn't want to answer the trivia. They would like to check into that before it closes down. Also some rechecks. If you have a recheck, I'll take that too. And yeah, let's go ahead and do that now. K8QKO. right, I think I heard, was it KJ7IRJ? Can you come back? You were pretty quiet, but that's what I think I heard.
Kilowatt Germany, 7. Italy, radio, command. Massive. Thank you.
All right, I have Kilo Golf 7. Can you come back with the last 3, please?
India, radio, command.
All right, I got it. KJ7IRJ. All right, thank you, sir. What's your comments for the net tonight?
What was your top end if you get numbers? What the heck? 7 IRK.
All right, thank you, sir. Thanks for checking in with us there. We always appreciate it. Is there anybody else who'd like to check in the net before we close it down? Please call now.
N9JPH with the recheck. I also wanted to ask a question. I was wanting to know what the blue screen was.
All right, N9JPH. So we use NetLogger. It's a Windows-based application that we use to check all of our logins for the net. And then if you install the software on your computer and you're following along with the check-ins, there's a button that's called the almost instant messaging window, the AIM window, and that's what we call a blue screen because it has a blue background. And there's always as we're going through the net, there's always a whole bunch of side conversations happening during the net that can be rather entertaining, almost as entertaining as the net, or possibly sometimes even more entertaining than the net. You never really know what happens in the blue screen, but that's how we refer to it as the blue screen. So if you ever want to use that, you can use that. There's also, I forget the name of it. I don't use it. There's also a tool, I think, that you can run on Android and iOS that allows you to sort of tap into that and view the conversation from your phone. AI5QJeris is familiar with the developer on that, and then there's a few other people in that have used it in the past. It's called RagChew app. You can use RagChew app to connect to our blue screen and NetLogger to kind of see that. And again, NetLogger is available on PC, Mac, and Linux. So I hope that answers your question. Let me know if you have any more.
Oh, no, yeah, it answered my question. Thank you, appreciate it. I don't have any further ones. So I will go ahead and let you close the net. So November 9, Juliet Papa Hotel, back to net control.
Not a problem, sir. And again, thanks for checking in with us, sir. We always appreciate it. Okay, on behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, KEAPZA, KD8SLG, KD8EPC, KI5DAY, W8HRF, and K8YUK, I would like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the W8WKY repeater, Allstar Node 4496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. You are welcome to join us on the Barometer Net, also on the W8WKY repeater, every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, except for Sunday. Don't forget to check out our friends on the Border Breaker Net, every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is KEQKO, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time. 73 all. Also, one more for Nick. I am Batman. And thank you, everyone. Have a great night. 73.
See, answering the blue screen for the two trivias, KSFQV.
Delta and Alpha there, Mark AI5Q.
All right, thank you. Delta for the main and Alpha for the alternative. Oh, just like that. A alternative. Okay, K7QV.
Yeah, you got it now, Mark. So, the 2300 megahertz band and a transvestite crossdresser, ladyboy, whatever Alpha was for the alternate trivia question was the answer. So there you go.
All right, K7QV. Hey, thanks. Good net. Another one. Decent. Well, we got a quarter after.
AI 5Q. Hey, KDA SLG, you still around?
AI 5Q, KD and SLG. What up, Jareth?
So you got to keep your eyes peeled for the Loch Ness Monster.
Go and shower mobile. He cannot wash the stink of the FRS test failure off of him. And that's my final comment. I am Batman.
I'm Batman. Oh, dude. Yeah, the Alan jokes run deep. That's all I'm gonna say there. Sometimes it almost sounds malicious if you're not in there. You know what I mean? So anyway, yeah, I'm Batman. I'm Batman.
W8WKY.
I love it, man, and I love when net controllers are not quite sure what to. My hatred towards Alan. They're like, okay, I guess they should be buying into it more and agreeing with me. I'm just saying, you need to educate your people. Hatred towards Alan is a prerequisite of being a ham radio operator. That's all I'm saying. I'll let you get to bed. I know it's late where you're at. AI 5Q73.
You're right, Jareth, but you know, part of the NCO's job is to learn things like that, and you got to be around enough to know that. You have a good night there, man. It's great talking to you.
Hello, everybody.
We'll do 2 to 4 a.m.s again someday. When your kids are all grown up and, you know. AI 5Q, KD and SLG. Have a good night.
AI 5Q, this is KG5SY, please.
KG5SYC, go ahead. AI 5Q, take it away.
Yeah, you know that'll never fly, because we all know that you like to harass Alan, and if Alan wasn't around, you would have nobody to harass, and then your life would be miserable. So, and we all know that in the long run of the background, you all are friends, and you all live together in the same Oklahoma. So there you go.
Well, we do live in the same Oklahoma, but it does doesn't stop me from harassing Alan in person as well. So it's just fun to harass Alan. I mean, good times. I'm just remembering some of the days when we were back on the 443-850 on the Superlink, and we were covering 2,000 square acres or whatever of, coverage with the 17 linked repeaters, and we were bashing on Alan back then. It just brings my heart joy to know that so many people know that we were bashing on Alan back then. AI 5Q.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If Alan wasn't around and in your life, then who would you bash then?
I don't know who would suffer if Alan wasn't around. I guess Taco Tim would suffer a lot more if it wasn't for Alan. Right now, Taco Tim's saving grace is that Alan is still on the radio. If Alan gets off the radio, Taco Tim, you better watch out. I just love giving the AA guys crap about their Alcoholics Anonymous meetings that they have on Sunday nights before this, and we're all drinking here. Well, maybe not all of us, but enough of us to matter, right?
Comment.
Go ahead, comment. Come on in, Shannon.
Yeah, I'll say I do have to comment that if Alan wasn't around, probably the next target would be Taco Tim, and then if he wasn't around, it would just default back to Ray. And I think that's probably how the cookie would crumble. Kilo Charlie 5, real big guns.
Oh, you guys are bad. You're so bad. And you're picking on all of your own in your own little area, your own state. But I guess you got to pick on somebody. You might as well pick on somebody that can take it.
Comment KFI. See, those that get picked on, they know how special they are. And, we all get a good laugh. They may get more of it on the air, but they give it back too, especially in person. So there's always that. One thing for sure, though, I know Jairus gets them a lot more on the air than they can get back. Especially Alan, KC5RBG.
Well, I'll take it, and then we'll turn it over to Jairus to throw in a comment there. Yeah, I was just sitting here thinking, I hadn't heard you on the radio and was wondering how you were doing, because I know you got so many medical problems and issues and appointments, doing this and doing that, and hadn't heard you. And I was like, I hope everything's okay and working out okay with him and his eyes and his all his other appointments.
Well, I'll tell you, I constantly have doctor's appointments every week, usually at least 2, and usually more. last week and this week, I got at least 3. I got my PT for my hips, and then my chiropractor for my back. And Wednesday I get shot in my left eye, because last Wednesday I got shot in my right eye. So, but I only get those shots every 5-6 weeks. So yesterday was 6 weeks, so I got it in my right eye, and then I'll get this Wednesday I'll get it in my left eye, and then I'm good for another 6 weeks. Okay, the way that cookie crumbles. But yeah, I'll tell you, last Wednesday I had 3 appointments in one. I had, 3 appointments in the same day. I had, in the morning I got a shot in my eye. Then I left there, went to the VA clinic, and got my second shingles shot. So now I'm good for life on my shingles. And then later in the afternoon, I got my stitches taken out of my mouth. So it was a very, very busy day for me. And this week will probably be pretty busy too.
What did you have done with
KF5ADE, I heard you had a comment in there. Go ahead with your comment, and then we'll start the rotation back up. AI5Q.
KF5ADE, yeah. I was just going to throw the comment in there. We have an extended family. Well, you know, as you have a family, you pick on your own end within your family. And the extended family, of the amateur side, has a wonderful camaraderie that allows us to be able to pick on anybody else within that sub-family. So it's always good. It's always a lot of fun. It's all meant for well and good. And so that was my comment that I was going to make in there. But yeah. I know we love each other, and we think about each other all the time out there, especially those guys that have got like you and the rest of them. So, all right, that's about it that I have. So I'm going to shuffle off back on the side then and let y'all get back to it. KF5ADE.
All right, well, appreciate the comment there. KF5ADE from AI5Q, you're right. We do like to give our family quite a bit of grief, just like we do our family. Lucy's little younger brother stopped by Thursday night. It was just a blessing. It was an amazing time for us, and I think for him as well. We just had a good time hanging out with somebody, getting to know them, having a blast, and going to bed and taking it easy so that he could drive the next day. Because I've been there. I've been driving, 14 hours in a day, and get pretty tired of it. Just want a place to lay down, not sit down, but lay down. And I don't think we offered him a chair when he got in. Kind of one of those things, man. You think about, do you want to sit down? No, I've been for 8 hours. Oh, okay. So I don't even know that we offered him a chair, but they were there for the taking if he wanted one. And he was very grateful for the bed, and we were grateful to have him here. He was a blast. Denny was just so much fun, and I'm glad we opened our doors to him. AI5Q.
KQ5FYC Shannon, are you up next?
Well, you know, everything, that came on, everything that we do in ham radio is either all for the good, all for the comedic, or just a brotherhood. You know, it's there's few malicious ones out there, but you know, they're few and far between. You know, I hear a lot of people say that 80 meters is full of them, but you know, and I agree, there are more on 80 meters than anywhere else, but for the most part, you know, even they're still hard to find. So it's all good in the hood. We're all one big family.
This is KQ5FYC. Yep, totally agree. When my other half came in, was asking what was you needing stitches in your mouth for?
No, I guess you didn't hear the story on that one, but I had dipped for 46 years. I was dipping since I was 8 years old, and I quit last December, and I had receding, really bad receding gum lines starting in the last 2 years, and so I quit dipping, and the VA was concerned I might lose some of those teeth, and they're pretty valuable ones, so they did a skin graft to try to salvage them, and hopefully it will work and I'll keep them. The skin graft was a success. Now we're just hoping that it'll be enough that I will be able to save those teeth. But yeah, they took a big strip of skin off the roof of my mouth, and they sewed it into an area on the gum line of the receding gum line, I should say. And but yeah, it was a big success. So all went well good there. So I was happy with it.
Very good. Yeah, at least you had a success. They've tried to skin graft on me several times, and it just won't take. I have an area that will not accept anything. I did have my teeth removed. I do have dentures, and I have snaps and on the bottom, and I like the snaps, but where they ended up putting the snap was, of course, in the area that my gums were in bad shape, and they wouldn't move it over. So the snap took to the bone just fine, but now I do not have skin over the snap, which I probably should have skin over the snap, but I don't. But that's another long story. This is taken by FYC. Sheriff, you up next?
AI5Q, I'm just along for the ride, man. I talk to Shannon pretty regular, so I know what's up with him, and you guys want to talk it out, be more than welcome to. You don't have to worry about me. I'm probably going to bed pretty soon anyway. Had kind of a interesting day. I got sick a couple of times, but managed to pull through and not let it ruin my day. So there you go. It's just one of those things. When you're me, it happens from time to time, and it's been a lot better than it has been. But today I ended up getting sick twice and regurgitating some of the stuff in my stomach, so that was not good. Not a pleasant feeling at all. But anyway, I'm working on getting better, and so far that's the worst case I've had in a month, so I think things are looking up for me. Go ahead, Shannon, take it away. And Sandy, don't worry about me. I'll chime in when I need to. AI 5Q.
Well, Jairus, I was curious if you were able to get to anything on the node. Hearing your story there, you probably haven't, but we can talk about that later. But I'll leave you and Sandy to it. I'm on 1 bar on my radio for power, so I think I'm going to call it a night and finish it out watching Kenyon beat up people in Fortnite. He's really good at that game. But Sandy, it was great talking to you, and yeah, we need to, if you all don't have my node number, if you got a pen and paper, I'll give it to you real quick.
I don't know if my other half is still on. He'd probably be better asked to have a pencil and paper near the desk where he's at than I would down here in the basement with the kids. Otherwise, I can get it at another time from you. But at the moment, try to find a pencil and paper yeah.
KF5AD, we're ready to copy one way or the other.
Good deal, good deal. My Allstar Node number is 527253. That's 527253. And it's 24/7 connectable. Most of the time I have it on pointing to RCWA, but you know, when it's time for nets, stuff like that, I move it around for those, like the beacon net and stuff. It's also accessible by Echolink at KC5RBG-L. That's KC5RBG-L. And either way, it'll get you into the same node and accessible to everything my node does. So there you go.
Okay, very good. I've got it wrote down here. Yeah, I was happened to copy watching a video tonight from I don't know if you're familiar with him or not, but Freddie Mac. He runs a YouTube video called Ham Radio Crusader, and I've been watching a few of his videos doing some review for my GMRS node this evening, and he happened to have one of them, and he mentioned the board and breaker node number, and so I went ahead and copied that down, and also I've got the boredom breaker node number as well. I don't know whose node that is, but he had it listed there on his YouTube video, so I went ahead and peeled it off of there. So with that, back to you. Over.
Just so you know, my node is connected the whole time to boredom breaker net. I usually get back connected to RCWA about, I think about 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:30 in the morning, somewhere in there. In the morning it switches over to the barometer net up there in Ohio. I have it connecting there at 5 a.m. Central, and it disconnects usually, I think, around 7:30, something like that. Might even go a little bit longer than that. But yeah, I connect up to boredom breaker at 8:30 in the morning, and it stays connected until the evening there. So, but yeah, if you can't get on there, you can always hop on my node and get on boredom breaker as well. Just another way to get there if you're needing another way to do it.
Okay, no problem. I'm going blank on the name. Shannon, I think, for Real Big Guns. At any rate, sorry. But yeah, we'll got that wrote down, and we'll keep the numbers handy for us if we need to get connected in there. A lot of times I'm not up that early, but sometimes I am. Sandy knows me so well that this morning I had a pretty good sleep period. I didn't wake up until almost 7:15 this morning, so that was pretty good. So I slept all through the night. And I've got my dog over, well, it's not my dog, it's my son's dog, and he's finally beginning to settle down for the night now that I've given him a treat. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and probably peel out of here and begin to kind of settle in for myself as well. I'm surprised, well, Sandy's used to this. It's 11 o'clock here, it's midnight there. So, with that, I'll return it back to who is ever up next there, Sandy. KF5 ADE.
I'll go ahead and clear out here.
I'll take it real quick.
My radio's
and just say that, yeah, it's getting on midnight.
Y'all have a wonderful evening.
We're talking on the repeater, but
we will catch up with you later.
Time zone between Oklahoma and Texas, so
Jerry's there to bring it home.
Sleep out there.
KC5 RBG 73.
Quit tying up to her repeater. Anyway, I saw AVA-MO connected to Shannon's Echolink. So, anyway, Andy, if you're out there and want to say hi, go ahead. Otherwise, Sandy, take it away.
I guess like me, and I'm a night owl, and everything, but I usually try to hit the bed about midnight, and then watch TV and see if I can't go to sleep. Here lately I've had to sit there and clean a bed because my grandkids like playing tricks and having fun, which I probably ask for because I do it back to them. So all in all, fun. But tonight, I think I have a free bed. I was down here, and the eldest one didn't get a chance to play and mess up my bed. So this is KG5SYC.
Yeah, too. Andy dropped out after I called him out, which is usually the case on Shannon's node. If I call somebody out, they tend to drop out. Don't want to be picked on, so there you go. That's okay. Andy knows how to get into the system that we're in right now, but anyway, I've got work tomorrow. Early, 7 a.m. I'm supposed to be there. Got to get up at 6. And that's a mere less than, just over 7 hours away. Ooh, better get to sleep soon. AI 5Q saying 73, and I'll catch y'all later. Good to talk to you, Sandy, and Nicola, and Shannon, and everybody. We'll holler at you next time.
All right, Sheriff, you have a good one. AFIQ, this is KG5SYC, and I'll probably call it also a good night to all of you. Shannon, if you're still out there, KG5RGB, I think. At any rate, you have a really good night, and nice definitely talking to you guys. And it'll sure be nice to meet up with you guys and meet you face-to-face, maybe at another hand test. This is KG5SYC. We're clear.
I'll jump in here just real quick for a final as well, Sandy. This is KF5AD Nick down here in Cibolo, Texas, and fine greetings to all of our Oklahoma brothers and the Ohio brothers as well. So you guys all have a fine evening if you're all still kind of monitoring or listening as we all do our finals. So 7-3 all, KF5AD, we'll be clear.
W8WKY.